Hey, Tommy.
Hey, Kevin, how are you?
Zach, welcome to the shop.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, it's been a pleasure working with you down in Glen Ridge. You're doing a great job on that house down there.
Doing a great job.
I appreciate that.
And, we were thinking of you because we did this project not that long ago where we built the miter stand, but also some storage with the flanking cabinets. And after seeing your truck down in Glen Ridge, we were like, what's wrong with this kid?
I only do remodeling so I can have the tools to organize. It's just a side project.
Yeah, my hat's off to your organization, that's for sure. He's the organizer I always want to be. I have a vision, but I can't seem to do it.
Yeah, super organized.
Well, you're the kind of builder I want to be.
Well, we put you two together, we've invited you up here, and we're thinking you're just the guy to help us organize all of the tools. We got a ton of stuff everywhere, and now we have some new storage.
Big job.
So I guess the first question to you is, like, what do you think about? Like, what's the number one thing that goes to your head when you see a mess like this?
So the first thing I think about is like big bulky things. So in general, humans are lazy, right? We're gonna be lazy. So if something is hard or difficult to put back in the correct spot, we're not going to do it, right?
True.
So make sure your ladders and your miter saws are easy, like you have the vacuums kind of bulky, that's right in the center. So you've done that. The next thing is essential tools should be in a location that's easy to get to. So whatever you're using the most, pencils, tape measures, hammers, those should be high up, waist height, not a lot of walking to get to them. Mm-hmm. And then the final thing is putting the solution where the problem is. So if you need a pencil and you're at the miter saw, there should be pencils in that location so you're not getting yourself all set up, then having to walk to a different location.
You got a board, you want to mark it, you don't want to be hunting for a pencil. Oh, it's right here, right beside me. Yeah.
Exactly. So
makes sense.
Making it intuitive, basically, if it works for you and Tommy, then it'll work for anyone working in this space, and it'll make more sense for things to fall back to where they need, and you can kind of group like tools together.
Okay. Yeah, that's the trick, putting things back where they belong. That's my problem. It doesn't seem to want to go back where I took it from.
So there should be no willpower.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? We can't rely on willpower. We have to rely on the system wanting things to go back where they belong.
Right.
So in terms of, I just heard group-like tools together, we've got a whole bunch of different things here. We've got drivers, we've got hand tools, we've got some saw stuff. Is that where we start?
Yeah, so I would say the hand tools you use most frequently, we'll find where they go, the easiest to access place. And then for something like table saw related tools, we should put those close to the table saw. And we can just sort of generally pull these things into drawers, and then we'll see how quickly those drawers are filling up and if we need to move things around just for the sake of storage. Do a glue drawer.
Yes.
All right, here's a little magnet, that's handy.
Oh, that's good. I made this our designated junk drawer. If we have a spot where miscellaneous things like this go, then it'll keep the other drawers we're trying to organize clear of useful tools that we're not sure how to organize.
Sounds good.
Ooh, two more things for your glue drawer.
Oh, we're in full glue swing right now.
Two-part epoxy.
Whoa.
Okay, looks like everything's kind of grouped into their piles, with power tools in one area, and I think the biggest drawer is the hand tools here to the side.
Right, so in general, I like to have the systems be modular, so you don't have to throw out the old system and make a new one when you get one new tool. But I think we know those hand tools you use all the time, tape measure, pencils, so I think it's safe for us to make a specific system that keeps those things really organized, and for that we're going to use foam. And it's sort of like just a different version of having the pegboard on the wall that you trace around it to show where things go, except we're going to cut the shape out of the tool out in the foam.
It's like a crime scene for hand tools.
Yeah, exactly. This little tool will make it easier to remove it from the foam.
Look at that.
Boy, that looks good. How satisfying is that, huh?
Very satisfying.
Everything in its place.
Yep.
Okay, dare we tackle bits and drivers, Zach? Because this can be a nightmare.
It is totally a nightmare because there's so many. So there's a couple different ways we can go about this. You've got some nice sets already that are well organized, so instead of us wasting a bunch of time coming up with another system for this, I say we just reuse those and throw them right in.
Yeah.
But for items like this that we have a various amount of different fasteners. We can actually use extruded aluminum, and we went with a profile of a U channel because you can actually put something inside that and use that as a primary container.
Perfect.
We applied some magnetic tape to the back, which is pretty easy to get, and so that'll actually just stick anywhere to the bottom of this drawer, and we can build containers any which way we want.
Any way you want.
Oh, so this becomes a spot, but also the cavity between becomes the spot.
Right.
So you can make
Exactly.
a
We
whole
can take
bunch of-
this out to make it bigger or smaller, whatever we need.
Yeah, so we'll try and take our best guess at what's going to work for you guys, but the nice thing is because it's magnetic, you can completely move things around without having to throw it out or clean anything up.
I like it.
Actually really good. Okay, so how do we tackle that?
So you can cut these right on the miter saw. So if you want to cut maybe 2 more to 9 3/8.
Okay, what I need to do though is I need to stick some of this magnetic tape on the piece first, so when I cut it, I'll cut the magnetic tape at the same time.
All going on this front part?
I think -2 potentially. Why don't we drop the bits in? So I would say we start with Phillips is the most common.
Does this just calm your little organizational heart here? Getting everything right?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Right?
I'm quite satisfied right now.
All right, that looks beautiful. What a difference.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. It's nice to have those finally organized. And I gotta admit, Zach, it's oddly satisfying. Why did I enjoy that so much?
I kind of enjoyed it too. It was fun.
What is that?
I don't know. I think that's how you know it's a successful project. Like, if you're relying on willpower and discipline to put things in the right spot,
Not gonna happen.
it's not going to happen. But if it's fun and satisfying, things are going to fall back to where you wanted them to be in the first place.
Yeah, I think it made a big difference, and I know we have more to do, so
Yeah.
we got to get into the organizing thing. You're going to have to come back.
All right, I'll come back again.
Come back and join us. We appreciate you coming this time, and we really look forward to finish up that project in Glen Ridge with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
So until next time, I'm Kevin O'Connor
I'm Tom Silva.
And I'm Zack Dettmore.
for Ask This Old House.
All right, so we got like 6 more drawers to do, but then we got to deal with this mess here.
This is going to be a doozy.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.